Schmelnick and Schmelnick. Injured? Been in an accident?
Know someone who's been in an accident?
Know someone who knows someone who's been in an accident?
Look like you've been in an accident?
Or want to just be in an accident? We can help you. At Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we've changed people's lives. We've turned common hypochondriacs into millionaires. Here are some of our testimonials.
It started as just a scratch, but thanks to Schmelnick and Schmelnick, now I'm a millionaire.
Okay, listen. Dr. John Doe, and I've personally checked into each and every one of these cases, inside and out. I give all of the expert medical testimony for Schmelnick and Schmelnick, and they've even handled a few of my own personal cases.
Ready? Schmelnick and Schmelnick! Well, what did you think of our fine, well-paid actors? Performances like this can be rehearsed for any courtroom in America. This can be your golden opportunity to sue your fellow man and make a pretty penny at the same time. Okay? Because at Schmelnick and Schmelnick, we can help you.
You,
Yeah, we can help them. Call 1-900-SUE-YOU before our address changes or the Vice Squad catches up with us.
you took my line.
I took your line.
You slime? Just like that client we had. You took him right away from me.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Hey, you know, Hoffa.
Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together, and it's Disclosure Day. It's like a limited first part of the disclosure of the Donald Trump administration disclosure, so we're happy about that. Full disclosure, well, they are digging back, so there's some stuff from Apollo 12, even Apollo 11 coming out, so hey, it's more than I thought we would get. And there's going to be every week, there's going to be more and more. And as it goes, there'll be more progressively odd stuff. They're not going to touch the alien life thing yet. And they're just going to get people's feet wet, which I think is a great way to do it. I, for one, am one for ripping that Band-Aid off and just telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The good old American way. But I'm trusting in this administration to do this diligently and professionally, and so far it's looking pretty good. Well, alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. It's Friday night and everything's right for the weekend. Crazy clothes and anything goes on the weekend. Oh, and there's another rockabilly song from the 50s that might be getting some play now. And it's called, I don't have it pulled up. I was going to have it pulled up, but I don't have it pulled up. Flying Saucer Rock and Roll from the 50s from Sun Record Studios. None other than they placed that Elvis, Johnny Cash, Roy Orbison, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis all started off there. And Flying Saucers Rock and Roll was a really cool song way back in the 50s about flying saucers. And now we're getting actual admission from the government officially that this stuff it's unknown. So they're not coming forward with any of their conclusions. They're just saying, here's some stuff that's not We don't know what it is. Maybe you could figure it out. And which I think is probably the best way to do it. Well, all right. Enough of that said. Well, let's get on to real business here, and that is Chatlandia. That's another world, a whole nother world with some of the people who are interdimensional travelers through this intranet, don't you see? So let's go over to Chatlandia and see who's over there chatting, shall we? It's worldwide, maybe universe-wide, depending on aliens streaming subscriptions. There you go. Well, alrighty then. First up, it's Catherine Weiss. That's Weiss123. She's one of our Ultramods, and she says, "Hi, Aaron." Well, hello there. And she also says, Kathy says, "I'll be over on YouTube tonight," because we need Ultramods everywhere. Everywhere you're going to be. And then Kathy also says, "Hiya, Peggy." And then I said, "Hi, Kathy." Okay. And you know what? My keyboard was working, and now it's not working. Oh, well, so swell. I'm not as bummed when it's not working, but I'm really excited when it is working. So I'm not going to replace it yet. It's just too much fun. I'm having fun. That's what it's all about, having fun. And then I said, "Hi, Kathy," over there on YouTube. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Aaron," over on YouTube as well. And let's see. Oh, look who else is here. Another one of our Ultramods. It's Cap78 Pack. That's Peggy Dancer. She says, "Hi, Aaron." "Hi, Weiss123, Kathy. I'll be here." And she gives a little heart. Awesome. And she's over there on YouTube as well, Peggy Dancer. And she says, "Hello, Aaron." "Hi, Weiss, Catherine Weiss. I'll be on Rumble tonight." And she'll love it. That's cool. Cool as a moose, you might even say. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Peggy," over there on YouTube. And then I said, "Hi, Peggy." Okay. And then Kathy says, "Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Hit the old thumbs up, helps the old algo rhythm, the algo beat, and the algo melody." Oh, yeah. All of that stuff. I found out that if you go like this to a squirrel, he'll come up to you. Because that's something they do with their tails. It's like a communication or something like that. Thanks, Kathy, for putting that out there. So I might have been calling the squirrels this whole time, not even knowing it. And then Catherine says, "Hi, Aaron." Oh, she's over on the portrait channel, too. I didn't even get over there. I've been trying to get ready for my big trip to go celebrate Mother's Day with my mother. And Anna Short is here. Hello, Anna Short. Good to see you here. Glad to see you here. Hope you enjoy the show. And Billy is over there as well on YouTube. And Billy says, "Hello." Hello, Billy. Oh, and another friend, Teskey, says, "Hello." Hello, Teskey. That's a nice tea you got there. I like that stylized tea that you got for your picture. And then Anna Short. Hello. That was a very short message from Anna Short. Thank you, Anna. And look who else is here. Why, it's our good friend, Valeronian. Greetings, fellow Truth Questers. Well, greetings to you too, buddy. And Teskey says, "Thanks." Well, you're welcome. I'll have to check out your channel. What kind of stuff do you put out there? I'll have to check it out after the show. Let's see. I got to say hi to Valeronian. Let's see if my computer fixed itself. Oh, don't you love it? Oh, it fixed itself. So you don't have to repair your confusers. Eventually they'll fix themselves. Oops, broken again. That didn't last too long. I got 2 exclamation points, then it turned into a 1. That's what happens when it breaks. Exclamation points don't work. And that's, I really like exclamation points. It's how you put the emphasis on the right syllable. Something like that. So they say. Well, alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, let's go on over. Oh, we're not done here yet. Cap 78 Pack says, hello, Valeronian. Then I said, hi, Valeronian. And Kathy says, hi, Valeronian. And there you go. So we're getting a little taste of some official government disclosure. We prefer full disclosure here. The whole kit and caboodle, as it were, right? Kit and caboodle. That's how you do it. Alrighty then. Let's go on over to the Book of Faces, because we got some stuff over there. Oh, and Valeronian says, hello, Catherine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Anna Short. Hello, Teskey. Awesome. That's awesome. And let's go on over to the land of Zuckers, because as you know, there's a Zucker born over there every minute, right? The Book of Faces we're talking about. That's what Heidi calls it. Some people call it Facebook. I call it the land of Zuckers. Here we are. The land of Zuckers, where you can zuck all you want. And, well, there you go. Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarity, number 767. Why, it almost sounds like a flight. 760. Flight 767 cleared for takeoff. All right. Disc 767, piloted by Donald J. Trump, President Donald J. Trump. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Full disclosure. Oh, I wish it was full disclosure. We're going for it. We're aiming for it. And look at this. The White House Department of War releases unidentified anomalous phenomena files in historic transparent effort. There you go. War.gov. There it is. Doesn't get any more official than that, folks. How do you like them apples? Don't you love it? And the leaked alien footage is from Theory X. The leaked alien footage that still has no source. This is the Skinny Bob tapes, yes. And I would say that this is legitimate, real footage of real alien and alien technology that we were gifted in 2011 by someone that we don't know what their real name is, Isaac.
The following footage is one of the most controversial series ever published. In April 2011, a brand new YouTube account appeared. What played out over the following weeks became one of the strangest mysteries ever to surface. Over the next month, Ivan uploaded 4 videos. He claimed they came from leaked archives spanning 1942 to 1969. The first video opened with KGB insignia. That sound, an old film projector. Then the footage begins, a UAP above a house. The same craft, filmed from above. And finally, our first glimpse of a being. A crash retrieval will not be shown here. In a stabilized version, the first clip shows the UAP isn't moving at all. It's hovering. The location of this house remains unknown. This is the tape that made Skinny Bob famous. A series of messages are displayed for the viewer to read before the footage plays. Based on the info, there's numerous tapes with up to 180 minutes of footage each. Footage we may never see. Meet Skinny Bob. We see him moving freely, interacting. Then, a close-up, filmed head to toe. There's something disturbingly real about him. Every detail feels alive. Natural blinks, subtle shifts of posture. If it was fake, it was flawless. The final clip is perhaps the most cryptic, titled simply, How to Drive. This mysterious oval is still an unknown. Is that how they drive their craft? What do you think? This one was different. This time, just a message from Ivan0135 himself across a series of eerie title cards overlaid on what we can only assume is a handprint of Skinny Bob. Ivan tries to defend the authenticity of the leaks. He insists they're real. And then, the strangest line of all. You are the ones who create your own misinformation. What do you think it means? The final upload, titled Family Vacation, suggested high-level meetings between humans and these beings. It mentions how the beings would only meet with high-level officials, but a small number of special agents would escort them to the location of the meetings. Then, in 1961, there was an incident at one of those meetings that involved one of those agents recording the beings with a secret device. This was strictly forbidden. The following clip is that recording. The footage shows multiple beings walking, and one locking eyes with the lens. That moment could have ended the program entirely. There you have it. Some of the most convincing evidence of non-human intelligent life that has ever been released to the public. Skeptics point to obvious flaws. The timestamp font is modern. The opening KGB.
Now he's pointing out, or skeptics are pointing out, oh, the font is modern. It's Russian footage. Okay, we don't know what the Russians had when they had it. That's just what I'll say for that.
Graphic, lifted from a 1998 TV documentary, The Secret KGB UFO Files. They even found the exact film overlay that was used. But none of that discredits the footage itself. The lighting and shadows interact perfectly with Skinny Bob's body. Even Hollywood effects artists admitted, if it's fake, it's some of the best I've ever seen. So why would he edit the footage? To fit expectations? Or leave room for deniability? Or maybe it would have revealed tech capabilities that the public was unaware of back then. Pulling this off would cost thousands of dollars, assuming a mix of...
Yeah, he goes to give some kind of credence to these skeptics. Remember, some of these skeptics are paid millions and millions of dollars to poke holes into real footage. So that's what I'll say about that. Alrighty, Aphrodite. I still think that's some of the best footage. Oh, and the government drops UFO files. Here, folks, now, it's the time for giggling about this stuff is over. There should be no laughing about this subject. They're real UFOs, and here is real, verified government footage of UFOs and people working, I guess, for the government, their real reactions. So I don't want anyone laughing at this. Please keep your laughter to yourself. Oops.
Colonel, you better take a look at this radar. What is it, son?
I don't know, sir, but it looks like a giant dick.
Yeah.
Take a look at a starboard.
Oh my God, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It is a long, smooth shaft, complete with two balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie. Yeah. What's that?
Well, it looks like a giant... Johnson. Yes, sir.
Oh, I had to slip that in there. Oh, it's like some of the best funny UFO footage I've ever seen. What do you think about that? Oh, yeah. I think so. Look at, see how I snuck that in there? Oh, so clever, huh? We got to have some fun, folks. That's what it's all about. We will not comply with your BS virus. Never again. Never again. That's right. Gene Whitney. And we will not comply. I don't think this is going to play even if I click on it. So I think that's in X. Tim Burchett over on X says, remember, the feds told us these files didn't exist, and at Real Donald Trump stood up to the deep state. The first drop will be big, but in comparison to what is coming, they will be a drop in the bucket. I would say, holy crap is coming. And he's answering to this guy, Clay Travis, who said, hey, Tim Burchett, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is not much, 10 is holy crap. What are these UFO files going to be like? And he just said that the holy crap is coming. Oh, the holy crap. Oh, good. I like that holy crap stuff. Oh, what's this? Aliens. Well, it looks like, it looks like Trump has a second career, or maybe third career, after he's done with politics. He could work for the History Channel on the new Aliens and don a new hairstyle. Wouldn't that be cool? Aliens. Don't you love it? The memes are just glorious. Don't you love it? And let's see here. Donald J. Trump, I am pleased to announce there will be a 3-day ceasefire May 9th, 10th, and 11th. In the war between Russia and Ukraine, the celebration in Russia is for Victory Day, but likewise in Ukraine, because they were also a big part and factor of World War II, or World War XI if you're Omar. This ceasefire will include a suspension of all kinetic activity and also a prison swap of 1,000 prisoners from each country. This request was made directly by me, and I very much appreciate its agreement by President Vladimir Putin and President Volodymyr Zelensky. Hopefully, it will be the beginning of the end of a very long, deadly, and hard-fought war. Talks are continuing on ending this major conflict, the biggest since World War II, or 11, if you're Omar. And we are getting closer and closer every day. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Oh, and look at this. Apollo 11 technical crew briefing. So they're releasing all these documents now. I don't know if they released these before. See, a lot of people are, posting things, and people are just assuming it was part of the drop. I don't know. Incredible. NASA Apollo 11 report, Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins in their UFOs they saw. Very interesting, I must say. Very interesting. But I'm not sure if it's part of the actual drop. Oh, that's too small for me to read. Gosh. I need a bigger screen. And here is where we get that glorious picture from our thumbnail. Look at Trump. He's just steering disclosure right to the people. We're taking this to the people. I don't care what you guys say. There you go. He's doing it. UAP files. Look at this. NASA photograph from Apollo 17 mission taken December 1972. The image contains 3 dots in a triangular formation in the lower right quadrant of the lunar sky. Look at that. Look at that. From the White House, look at this. This is really good. This is good. Oh, look at this. Not so long ago, put this out. Look at this. So here's a kitchen set, a dinette set, if you will, from the 50s, early 60s. And look at the beautiful artwork that was done for this one ad. You got people walking by in the busy street, big picture window there, and they're just admiring this very yellow looking dinette set. And it's just a beautiful painting. This is really good art. See, this is what we're missing out on. Back then, we got to see real art, even in ads. Look at this. This is just, I love it. As an artist, I just love seeing this. This is just beautiful stuff. Just beautiful. Oh, look, 8 years ago. 8 years ago, May 8th, 2018, I just called the White House and emailed the president at the White House with an idea that would help advance the human race and help restore national pride. This is the very nice letter you get when you email the president. And before you ask me what it was, I forgot. That was 8 years ago. I totally forgot. I'll have to look in my emails and try to figure it out. But yeah, I appreciate you taking the time to send me an email. I am working diligently to restore America's economy, strengthen our armed forces, expand free, fair, and reciprocal trade, and secure our national borders. Today, I would like to share with you some of the tremendous progress my administration has made in these areas. And he goes on to list. And, and look at that. I mean, I have called the White House before during several different administrations. I never got a letter. This is amazing. So that's amazing. Totally amazing. Love it. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Oh, and you think Trump only likes the veterans now that he's president or was running for president? No, he's always liked the veterans. Look at this. He's just bending over backwards. The only one bending over backwards all the time to support our veterans. And God bless him. Check this out.
Live story the mainstream networks don't want on your feed today. It was the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II. The greatest generation was ready for one last march through the streets of New York City. But the city had failed them. The Veterans Day parade was broke. It was officially canceled. These heroes were told there was no money left for their honor. But then, a 49-year-old businessman stepped out of the shadows. He didn't just post a message. He wrote a personal check for $200,000 and didn't stop there. He called every wealthy friend he had and raised another $300,000 in just days.
And he actually ended up raising $500,000. That's all come on behind him. He did that back in the days. This guy has been a patriot from the number one go. Thumbs up, Trump.
Live story the mainstream networks don't want on your feed today. It was the 50th.
Isn't that awesome? Too cool for school, you might even say. Oh, and this is just adorable. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And look, meet Snoopy's mom. Oh, treat mom to a special Mother's Day at the Schultz Museum this Sunday, May 10th. Mothers enjoy free admission all day. Look at this. This is really good. Isn't that just adorable? Oh, my goodness. And my mom met Charles Schultz. He gave a talk, and she was there in a demo back in the 50s. Too cool for school. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, this is great. You ever watch Wallace and Gromit? Joseph's Machines. This guy, Joseph's Machines, took it upon himself to recreate some of the really cool scenes in Wallace and Gromit. Check this out. This is hilarious.
It's my turn for breakfast this morning, Gromit. I'd like a 3-minute egg. Ooh, getting on. Ah!
Ow!
Wow, that went as well as could be expected, didn't it? It's my turn for breakfast this morning, Gromit. I'd like a 3-minute egg. Ooh, 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 steady on. Ah!
Ow!
Wow. That went as well as could be expected, didn't it? It's
Isn't that just awesome? Wow. That's really, really kind of cool. And Valeronian says, William Tompkins' account of a row of parked spaceships at the Tranquility Base landing site remains an unverified story. Well, it's verified by him. He was an eyewitness to it, and he did the drawing of it. So I would say it's a first-hand witness account. I think everyone who was there is now dead. I don't think there's any way to get anyone to verify any of that information, unless they find something in the files, which I don't know if they ever will. Maybe we will get that eventually, but I would say that's verified. Eyewitness account is enough in the court of law. So it's good enough for me. We got to take whatever we get. We can't be picky on disclosure. We got to take whatever we get, and a little bit of trust, maybe. But here's something. Now, I don't know, obviously, the validity of this, but I guess it just shows what could be or was or is possible. We know from Andrew Bashago's testimony that this kind of technology exists. So 1994, some leaked footage or some AI created to make look like 94 footage. But here we go. The Nexus project. You heard about this? I've never heard this before. Was the 3-minute egg? LOL, just wondering. Cap 78 pack. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. Well, that Wallace and Gromit's great. Stop motion rocks. Here's this video. You be the judge. I have a feeling it might be fake. What do you think?
This is the Nexus apparatus. First full test is scheduled for tomorrow morning. We've programmed the window for the year 30 AD, exactly as agreed. I'll document the calibration tonight.
This is the garment I'll be taking with me tomorrow. It's patterned after a Judean workman's tunic, undyed linen, rope belt, hand-finished seams, nothing that should draw attention. First Nexus apparatus test is set for 09.
The recorder will be sending through tomorrow. It's built to withstand the field and run on its own tape for 16 hours. We'll be using it to document events in the year 30 AD, so it has to look and sound.
This is the micro camera. The lens is right there in the center. Whole unit's about the size of a penny built into a bronze pendant. We'll wear it just like this. Tomorrow, during the first Nexus apparatus test, this will be our recorder.
All field personnel are reminded that under no circumstances should there be any interaction with local populations in the target period. Contact or interference is to be kept to an absolute minimum and preferably.
Yes, Valeronian. Yes, very good. Pretty hokey part.
هذا عمار ليش ما؟ ما لقيته يتقسم
If you look over here, there's some distortion, like there was lettering there that covered up. I don't know.
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. It looks like I'm not the only visitor here. Field log. I'm observing an event. Looks like it's a Code Magonia. Multiple aerial vehicles, possibly unmanned. Confirming visuals and unbelievable. My God. What the fuck is going on? Holy fuck.
Yeah. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Oh boy.
The coordinates are right.
This is where the field anomaly should form. The magnetic gradient should spike here. I ain't missing your birthday pumpkin.
I'm missing your birthday pumpkin.
Is that his ticket back right there? Just jump into it? I don't know. I don't know. These special effects aren't very special. Right? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not showing this because I think it's true. I think it's entertaining. And again, you can see where letters were, and it's being blurred. All right, almost over here. Well, to quote Beavis and Butthead, these effects aren't very special. Well, look, they had helicopters back in 1994. At least we did have them. Did he freeze to death? I don't get it. Yeah. A little narrative. Yeah, we're going to just move on. I don't think that's... UFO files released. This is from Donald J. Trump himself. As for my promise to you, the Department of War has released the first tranche of the UFO UAP files to the public for their review and study. In an effort for complete and maximum transparency, it was my honor to direct my administration to identify and provide government files related to the alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects, whereas previous administrations have failed to be transparent on this subject. With these new documents and videos, the people can decide for themselves. Hear that? What the HE double toothpicks is going on? Have fun and enjoy. President Donald J. Trump. I'd say that's just pretty much perfect. He's doing a great job. For doing things he's never done before, he's doing such a great job. Here is Colonel Philip J. Corso, who, of course, released the Disclosure book in 1997, I believe, the day after Roswell. Here he is talking about he saw these bodies. They stayed at a base where he was commanding on its way to Dayton, Ohio. Check it out.
I went back and there was 5 crates there, like 5 or 6, I think it was 5. I lifted one up and here's this body there and floating in fluid. And I looked at it about 10, 15 seconds, not much more than that. So I put it back down and I said, Sarge, come on, get out of here now. I want to get you in trouble because I'm the duty officer. I can go around, walk around here. But you might get in trouble for coming back. Just come on, let's go. Come out with me. So we went out, and I told him, where did it come from, Sarge? He said, well, 5 trucks are coming through here from an airfield in New Mexico, and they're heading for Wright-Patterson Air Force. Now, in those days, there weren't all these big roads now. In those days, Route 40 was about the only cross-country route, and the route that they took was Route 40. Going through Fort Riley, Kansas, and then up to Wright-Patterson Air Force. And I said, well, stay away from her, Sergeant. I don't want you to get in any trouble. I told him I can walk around and see it. So, and I started to figure, what was that? First, I thought it was a child because it was small. Then I looked at this head and all. Right, and this was only happened in a matter of seconds. Then I put the end back down, and the head was different. The arms were spindly. The body, it was gray. So right at that moment, I figured, I don't know what this thing is. So like an intelligence business, I just better put it in the back of my head here and wait till maybe in the future I get corroboration so I can evaluate what it is. So I promptly forgot about it. 10 years later, I was down there, commanded the range in New Mexico, in White Sands, the Army Missile Firing Range, in northern, right near Trinity site, my headquarters was. On my own radar, start picking up items going 3,000 to 4,000 miles an hour in this area. I went back, and there was 5 crates there, like 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he actually communicated with that alien.
I went back, and
he was invited to go on board, and he turned him down. He turned him down. Isn't that interesting? I guess it would be pretty frightening. You do things differently than you think you would. Quantum healing codes. Let's check this out. CIA quantum healing codes.
Did you know that the CIA has their own quantum healing codes? If you Google the Gateway Intermediate Workbook and click on this and scroll all the way down, they have one to instantly stop pain signals, but they also have one to create energy. So it says visualize or think of a dot of light, expand it into a bar, charging it with brilliant white energy. Practice working with it by giving it different bright colors, making it go on and off at different speeds. The purpose of the EBT is to stimulate and focus non-physical energies. I was super tired this morning and I tried this and I feel great now. Let me know if you want to see some more. Did you know that the CIA has their own quantum healing codes? If you Google the Gateway Intermediate
Workbook, CIA. Now they're going to know that you accessed that. Interesting. It might be sort of a honeypot to get people to find out who is interested in all this stuff. Who knows? Interesting, I would say. Interesting. Yeah. Quantum healing codes. Unique spot in Wisconsin. Let's check this out. Cave of the Mounds, a stunning underground cave in Blue Mounds, Wisconsin. Never heard of it. Check this out.
Did you know this cave in Wisconsin is over 1 million years old? It's one of the most unique spots in the state that no one really talks about. This is Cave of the Mounds, and you can actually walk through it. It was discovered by accident in 1939 when quarry workers felt cool air coming from underground. So make sure you check it out in Blue Mounds, Wisconsin, and send this to someone you'd love to go here with. Did you know this cave in...
Wow. Second in the middle of the state. Lower part of the middle of the state. Oh, I didn't expect it to end like this. This is good. This is really good. Pay attention.
You ready? Right response.
Whoa! Whoa! Boxes.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Bond. I'm sorry to say you failed your driving test. You ready? Right, Mr. Bond.
Sorry to say you failed your driving test. Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. Don't you love it? Here's a clip of a UFO captured on April 29th, 2007 in Italy. This is pretty interesting footage. Check this out.
C'è?
C'è?
Sì, quelli dell'anno scorso. No. Guardalo.
Bello, Anto.
Beh, zitta, chiama.
Punti di riferimento.
Punti di riferimento, la sega, punti di riferimento.
Che bello, caro.
Beh, ferma, aspetta. Aspetta. Ecco, aspetta, guarda.
No, sì.
Guarda da vicino, corri.
No. Ma quanto è grande?
Corri, faccio a sentire, vai a giù dalla nonna, corri! Corri! Se ne va!
Get a tripod, buddy.
Cazzo.
Get a tripod.
Se ne va, se ne va, se ne va!
Tripod. Mr. Shaky Cam. Oh, well, at least he caught something. More than I caught when I saw mine. If a $120,000 error makes Trump a felon, what does Ilhan Omar's $3 million error make her? Deportable. There you go. I shall never call it a bathroom, restroom, or toilet again. What's this? Tinkleatorium. Wow, Tinkleatorium. That sounds pretty good. I shall never call it a bathroom, restroom, or toilet again. No, Tinkleatorium. There it is. Oh, show and go cars. Look at this. Imagination on wheels. Hot Wheels. Oh, could it be a page from the 1970 Hot Wheels International Collector's Catalog? Look at this. You got the Beatnik Bandit, Ed Big Daddy Roth, the Twin Mill, which they still make versions of today. You got the Python, which is actually my brother. I guess if I'm not mistaken, this was the Carcraft Dream Rod made into the Python. So my brother has the real version of this car. And the Silhouette, look at that, the Silhouette, another custom car. Beautiful, beautiful cars. And boy, it really was a bright spot in the 70s for young boys to play with that. Here's an old vintage ad for Popeye's Chicken. You ever see this? It's got animation in it, real life animation and people. So 1975, Popeye's Chicken. Check it out.
Come on, Olive. Let's get some of me spicy, delicious chicken.
Oh, Popeye, how wonderful. Hi, Popeye.
Gives us a 10-piece bucket of chicken with that good old New Orleans flavor.
And lots of rice dressing. Popeye, could I...
Okay, Olive. Sing it, Goyles.
Love that chicken from Popeye. Love that chicken from Popeye.
Here you go. Look at that. Popeye and olive oil. Doing a commercial. Oh, here's Spencer Pratt. He's doing some great ads. Here's Spencer Pratt running for mayor of LA, and I hope he wins.
I'm going to enforce the law. No more encampments on the sidewalks. It's illegal. No more doing drugs on the sidewalks. It's illegal. We're going to, misdemeanors are going to be trending again in Los Angeles. And if you go through our program, you don't just go into the housing and then come out. These beds cost $750,000 a bed. You go in, you do your drugs, you come out, you go mutilate, torture dogs on the side of the street, go back it. None of that. There's no more revolving door. When I'm mayor, homelessness is not a business. Mental crisis is not a business. Drug addiction is not a business. We're going to fix these with solutions that work and get results. It's not going to be where you come to LA and you start an NGO and get rich. So these things are all fixable with an outsider like me that's not a career politician, that's all embedded with all these NGOs and relationships. I don't have any connections to these people. I'm going to unplug them all. I'm going to enforce the law. No more encampments.
That sounds like just what they need. Oh, I hope so. Here's another Spencer Pratt ad. Let's check it out. They not like us.
This is where Mayor Bass lives. You notice something? Or here, where Nithya Raman's $3 million mansion sits. They don't have to live in the mess they've created where you live. This is where I live. They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of failed leadership are. That's why I'm running for mayor. For my sons and the rest of us Angelinos that want to stop these corrupt politicians from destroying our city. We are going to get the golden age of Los Angeles back. This is where Mayor Bass lives. You notice something?
That's very effective ads. He's if you're running for office, take note and follow him and do what he's doing. Here's a real man in black. He is a self-purported ex-Man in Black, and Joseph Spencer, and he has admitted this. So, and again, would hold up in a court of law. He's admitting to something.
My name is Joseph Spencer. From May 1970 to October 1997, I served the United States government as a top secret operative, but not in a category that is commonly known or understood. I was known as a man in black. Following 7 years acting as a counterintelligence agent for the CIA, I was recruited for a new assignment that entailed working within above top secret operations. I was aware of the black budget projects, but never knew the context of them due to their high level of secrecy. Even the president was denied access to their inner workings. Annually, billions of dollars are poured into black projects, which operate without any supervision or intrusion. They have full autonomy. The operations deal primarily with advancing military technologies, most of which have been reverse engineered from recovered alien spacecrafts that had either crashed or were shot down by our military. The public, sadly, will never, ever have knowledge of these operations. This transition in my life happened in 1970. The senior black project director was William T. Latham, who had worked under CIA Executive Director Richard Schlesinger. Latham stated that I was a perfect candidate for my new position. I was a foster child, and I had no connections to existing relatives. I had no friends or social life. It was easy for them to erase my past and provide me with a new identity. I gave myself to them as a priest would to his God. But first, my mind had to be erased. I was injected with various forms of mind-altering drugs, LSD, heroin, mescaline, morphine, sodium pentothal, and more. Drug-induced hypnosis followed with antegrade and retrograde amnesia. The goal was to program me to do two things: kill and forget. After 9 months of programming, I had become a man in black. What I later discovered was that not all the men in black were human. About a third were alien hybrids. Their distinctive feature was the absence of whites in their eyes, giving the impression of empty eye sockets. This unsettled me, and it took months to adjust to the reality of alien integration. My assignments largely dealt with UFO sightings and crash sites. In August of 1971, I witnessed my first UFO crash site just north of Edwards Air Force Base in California. Inside the craft were 3 gray humanoids, 2 dead, 1 still alive. Also in the craft was a human female abductee. The alien humanoids. My name is Joseph Spencer.
So there's a little bit of it. You can look him up and find out the whole interview. So interesting. And again, he has no reason to be lying. It looks like he's elderly and getting it off his chest. Oh, here's that beautiful flamed Batmobile. I'm Batty. Let's check it out. Yeah. Pretty cool. Too cool for school, you might even say. Look at that car. I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Why doesn't every car look like that? They could. Wouldn't be able to carry much groceries in it, but you wouldn't care, would you? Bob Lazar gives a new name in connection with his... yeah, he did. He gave a new name. He doesn't say it here. So we're going to skip that. Oh, 12,000 raw photos. Guess what, folks? You might be able to find something if you go look. Watch this.
NASA just released 12,000 raw images from the latest Artemis mission. Look at all these. I'm going to show you the best ones. The Earth and the Moon, gorgeous. And from a different perspective, showing the distance. This one's the best. The color and resolution is so good. Like, look at these features on the moon. We got close-up photos of Earth. Can you imagine if we got photos this gorgeous of another planet? We live on the most incredible planet. With our atmosphere, they got the Milky Way, which was clearly a struggle to get because the capsule was spinning. There are thousands of close-up photos of the moon showing its incredible surface features and old dried up lakes of lava. But my favorite photos are the ones that remind us that humans took them, like this one. And the ones with glares in the window, there are a lot of those. This is clearly a human taking a photo of where they came from and where they went. All the other ones they didn't get perfect, like when the moon is overexposed, or there's glares, or you can see the outline of the window they're looking through. It's not a pretty link, but if you want to see all 12,000, you can screenshot this and copy this from your photo album, because there are 12,000. I didn't even get started. NASA just released 12,000 raw images from the latest Artemis mission. Look.
Isn't that interesting? And there's our show from Wednesday. So we're going to go cruise right on over back to our, my fun noodle's in the way. Let me move the fun noodle. Why do I have fun noodles? Well, you know what? If you want to have fun, you need fun noodles eventually, right? Yes, fun noodles are fun. There you go. Well, did you like that? Well, let's go on over to X and continue this right on over to X. Shall we now? Oh, well, let's go on over there and see what's hanging out over there. There's our show. Look at that. Oh, here's, guess what? This is Palm Beach Pete. And guess what he's doing?
Hey guys, where in the world is Palm Beach Pete now? He's at the dentist getting his teeth fixed, so my bottom teeth don't get compared to that really bad guy. You know what I'm talking about. So it's a process. It'll take some time, but I'm at the dentist taking care of it. Peace out, Palm Beach Pete.
So, okay, he wants to fix his bottom teeth so he won't get compared to that other bad guy. Wait a minute here. If those really are your real teeth, there are subtle differences. The fact that you're fixing them makes it look more like you're the guy, okay, that you don't want to be. Does he think any of this stuff through? I don't know. I mean, who knows at this point? It's just an interesting data point, isn't it? My goodness. See, they're not exactly the same. They're totally not. See, like the two center ones they look fine. They're not overlapping each other. These ones, they don't look that way. Okay. You got this one over here that's similar to that one, but it's not. This one has corners more than this one. So I think they already were different looking, but the fact that he's going to change it just makes it look like he's him. That's my opinion. Oh, Jeff and Pete. Well, yeah, who knows? Here is our good friend Uri Geller. And now check this out. He's getting in on this. He's been part of this behind the scenes knowing about aliens. So check this out.
Hi, my dear friends. This was filmed by an infrared sensor aboard a U.S. military platform. Hi, my dear friends. This was filmed by an infrared sensor aboard a U.S. military platform in the Middle East in 2013. Now listen, as I told you before, I told you that Donald Trump is going to release material, but how much material? Look, 50 years ago, over 50 years ago, I've seen with my own eyes, with Dr. Werner von Braun, the Nazi rocket scientist at Goddard Space Lab Center, alien bodies. I'm no fool, and I was no hypnotized. I've seen them with my own eyes. Scroll to the left, and you will see a photo of an alien, which was taken also in the 40s in Mexico in an abandoned factory, and it was sent to me by Strieber, Whitley Strieber, New York Times bestseller author. communion, sold millions worldwide. This is all real, but please read my message, because my message is important, it's powerful, and it reveals a lot of stuff. I love you all. Look at the trail. Look at the trail that this thing is leaving behind. Let's keep filming this. Unbelievable. And then it zooms away.
And here's that picture that he was referring to. Okay, now the BK is in the house, and hello at the BK. Good to see you here. And he's got a question. Let's see. Yeah, I already shared it once. Aaron, what's your theory on why UFO disclosures are dropped today? Were dropped today. This is the first of many tranches. It's going to be a continuing thing, and they're going to get more and more interesting as time goes on. This is the first kind of baby step. And the reason why it happened today is because Trump promised to bring this forward, and he's making true with his promise, following through. And the people really have had enough of the secrecy. And that being said, do I think we're going to get everything? I don't think so. We're going to get some, which is more than we've ever gotten before. So it's not going to change my mind about what I already know from witnesses and people that I've talked to and people who've had experiences. So it's just another thing, you know, another thing. And there's Kathy saying hi at the BK. And so, yeah, some of the footage is incredible. Another Spencer Pratt video. Let's check it out, shall we?
Turns out it's a lot easier to fight fires when there's water in the reservoirs. We're even allowed to arrest criminals now, with handcuffs and everything.
I don't have to wonder anymore whether I just stepped in human shit or dog shit, so that's nice.
I only see needles in the hospital now. Who knew it could be this way?
I love going to the park now that it's not an open drug market.
Okay, who here is willing to admit that common sense actually turned out to be good?
I feel safe walking her. She's definitely having a Pratt summer.
Who's having a Pratt summer?
These days in blue states and cities, if you are a MAGA Republican with common sense, you are a rock star. And it's all you have to do is just do the job like it's supposed to be done. And I just love it. And here is our friend James Woods. Now that piece of SHIT spy Shagger Swalwell has been scraped off America's shoe, can we please do Adam Schiff next? Asking for 77 million friends. Actor James Woods. Yeah. Yep. We're all waiting for that. Oh, who did this? Of course, this is not real. This is AI generated, but it's entertaining. Entertainment purposes only.
Well, how the hell are we supposed to cheat now that the Voting Rights Act doesn't allow us to pack black people into a clearly insane gerrymandered district? Do you know how hard it is to run on our mentally retarded platform without cheating? It's impossible. So let's go back to why the Voting Rights Act passed in the first place and how Democrats abuse the shit out of it. In the 1960s, Democrats dominated the South but didn't feel the need to hide their true form.
No mixing!
They required literacy tests for Black voters and dumbass white ones too.
I'm like you because I cannot read.
So they passed the Voting Rights Act in 1965, and this Democrat hero said,
I'll have them voting Democrat for 200 years.
Initially, it worked as intended, and Blacks could vote safely, while Democrats needed a new strategy.
Hey, y'all, I'm totally not racist now, and I actually love the blacks.
And that strategy was,
we're going to teach colleges it was actually Republicans that were the super racist ones. Hey, shitbag.
subscribe to see part 2 of this video and all of History Dad's subscriber-only videos. Well, how...
Isn't that funny? Oh, yeah. Lasers, bing, bing, gone. She'll love Trump. Oh, my goodness. Bing, bing, gone. Cat turds enjoying it as much as I am. 3 laughy faces. Oh, yeah. Lasers, bing, bing, gone. And here is some of that footage. Check this out. Look at that strange looking thing on the screen there. It looks like an old registration mark from like the 30s. Is leaving, it's like it's writing something, like it's giving its signature or something. This is what Uri was trying to say. Looks like they're drawing something. I don't know. But what could it be? They only release things that they do not know what it is. So what could it be? I'm not sure. Looks like they blocked off a lot of information that would say how they got this image. And there's something over here that they're blocking. See that? Something over there that they are covering up. So I think this is very interesting. At one point, it goes right on this center point here. I think it's going towards it now. Almost like mocking them. Look, how come you can't lock onto me? You can't. Wow. It does seem like they can tell. Here he goes again, lining up again. Just daring them. And then he zooms off. And look at this. Here are a bunch of different things. Tim Pool. So this is during Apollo 12, apparently. And there's all of these different things in this one image. It's hard to see that one. But there you go. More information coming out, folks. It's drip, drip, drip. We're getting very small drips here. And look at this. Epic. President Trump just dropped this post. June 14th, UFC Freedom 250 at the White House. Wrestling at the White House. Man. Wow. I mean, if you could go back in time and predict some of this stuff, you could probably make a fortune. I predict President Trump will be president in his second non-consecutive term, and he'll have a UFC fight on the lawn of the White House. I bet you $1 million. There you go. You just made $1 million if you can do that. U.S. Department of War, war.gov, Department of War releases unidentified anomalous phenomena files in historic transparent effort. Look at that. Look at that. Would you? This is history being made right here. And it's just so, I'm blown away, even though it's just, a bunch of Tic Tac stuff. I'm still blown away that they're even doing it. So there you go.
What have you learned, Peter?
Good morning. So a White House official left this hard drive on my desk overnight. You can see on.
Yeah, he had it overnight. Preparing for the world after disclosure. See, look at this. Aliens.gov. Dr. Disclosure. It's confirmed. Preparing for the world after disclosure. Public guidance for May 8th, 2026. Calm, clarity, and verified information matter most. Anna Paulina Luna. Tomorrow will be good. Today was good. It was pretty good, I have to say. And Gonzalo Chavez, have you ever taken a look at the tridactyls, also known as the Nazca mummies? I'd approve the request for the medical. He's answering Mario Nafal, talking about some other little video, fake video. This is real, though. This is real. Once living creatures here on Earth. 3 toes, 3 fingers, and an elongated natural skull. Tomorrow will be good. We already know that. We're just here, and look at that stupid question. She rocks. And look at this. The memes are great. Oh, and here's Jeremy Corbell. He's coming out with something too. Check this out.
I've been holding a secret for about 11 years.
Did you see something? Do you have something?
Right. There was a reason why I chose to believe you.
The first 10 years that I was doing this, I'm going through the same stuff that you're going through now. Bouncing off the walls, up and down, peaks and valleys, scared shitless, worried about what comes next.
Corbell is an investigative journalist who helped obtain and release the DoD footage of UFOs.
I'm afraid he's going to die. I mean, there is a hit out on him.
It's not a video of an alien. It's not a video of one craft. It's more than that.
Years ago, I went searching for the truth about UFOs, and I found it. To really understand the full picture, I'm going to start where it all began.
They have between 30 and 50 alien bodies.
Captain Edgar Mitchell was the 6th person to ever walk on the moon.
The evidence is very strong. They've been here and are here.
It's an Alice in Wonderland planet. Very few people will ever find the truth.
The world I lived in, the position of trust, I had it at the highest levels. Being briefed into all the national secrets.
They're not going to come after you, not only you, they're going to come after your family.
If I died, the story comes out.
It is so alarming to me what has happened to some of the whistleblowers.
When things are going really bad, and there's been periods of real bad, ups and downs. Is that the best you got?
Yeah.
Bring it.
Coming out of the 12th, looks interesting. Looks like he's going to dig something up. The cube? Some sort of alien artifact or something? Something he buried, and he's going to go dig up. Interesting. I haven't paid much attention to that guy, Jeremy Corbell, but that looks interesting. 0-point energy disclosure. Communications with extraterrestrial intelligence. NASA document. Wait a minute. Let's see here. We are, it's too small. I cannot read it for the life of me. I'm sorry, folks. Communication with extraterrestrial intelligence. Yeah, it's definitely happened. And we're getting more and more information all the time. All the time. All of the time. Oh, look at this. This woman finally frees a buffalo she's been raising since she found him an orphan, but he seems hesitant. That's so sweet. Look at that. Free to go, but he likes that little human. Isn't that sweet? So adorable. Animals have feelings too. Yes, they do. All right. And look at this. Apollo 17 mystery object on the moon. Look at this thing. Now look at that. What do you suppose that might be? That does not look like a natural formation on the moon, folks. Apollo 17, supposedly the last official Moonwalk.
Okay, trying. Lock? Nope, yeah. Should be locked now. I got it. I got it. Okay. You got a big rock there, too? Well, you know, the thing that amazes me is that there's no subfloor around here. I got one here. Okay, I'm about ready to clean up the rover here.
Okay, 17, what's out there in the distance on a hillside in the field of view of the camera? Camera's pointing at it. Oh, I bet that's the
What's out there
Italian.
in the distance? Which hill? Let me see where.
That's the flag, I bet. On the charge.
Yeah, but it's all. You're looking right at it, but it's only 10 meters away.
Okay, it's hanging in front of the hills. That's the
You're
problem.
looking right at the flag.
Okay, it's hanging in front of the hills. We thought we had an artifact or something like that. Okay, press on.
Doesn't look like a flag to me.
Bob bag 486 is a light-colored rod taken about 3 meters to the right of the rover. It should be able to pick it out in that last pan, unless the focus is there. Bob, you got all your TG readings?
Roger, we got that. We'd like to have you climb on.
So, what was that? That's interesting, isn't it? Oh, remember this? The theater angle.
Ой, красиво! Сделал.
Look at that. We've seen this before on the TV show from a different angle.
Ой, красиво!
The driver of the truck jumped off right before it hit that jump, and wow, pretty spectacular. Look at this. His car got split in half, and the woman survived. Look at that. A 19-year-old woman, alive by the grace of God. Look at that. That is crazy. Wow. That's just wild. And here, I don't think this is real. I think this is AI or some other thing, or just a bug or something. But who knows, right? Ring cam footage in El Paso. Oh. So I don't know, man. What do you think? I'm not really sold on that. Look at this. You had one job. You had one job. Look at this. It's supposed to say stop, not SOTP. 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 That's not exactly stop. I think it's time to stop and take a break and paint it over with black and do it again. Oh my goodness. You had one job. This is why English is important to know, folks. You got to know that stuff. Happy birthday to one of the best representatives in Congress, Representative Anna Paulina Luna. I agree. Look at her. She's incredible. Corporate politicians were looking to be sued, and well, they did. Like
When this man was exposing the city council, their feelings got hurt and they tried to arrest him.
Chief Blanchard, you piece of shit.
I'm not going to put up with any defamation of character.
That's not defamation, that's a fact.
I don't care. You're either going to respect this place or you're going to be asked to walk out.
I'm going to be arrested. Fine.
But his lawyer was at the meeting and immediately stepped up.
What I just witnessed was a violation of Mr. Followell's rights. Swear words do not provide probable cause for an arrest for disorderly conduct because the words, as a matter of law, are not fighting words. If I think you, Mr. Mayor, are a tyrant, if I think the city manager is a piece of shit, I can say that. You escort me out, I'll sue you as well, Mr. Mayor.
Do whatever you want.
Oh, you're going to arrest me? Oh, you're going to arrest me? Okay, so under the threat of arrest, you just violated my right.
After the meeting, the police chief told him to come back with a lawsuit. So he did.
Last time I was here, Chief Blanchard gave me some advice, and I'm finally going to obey. When he said, stop talking and just sue me. Okay, Chief, here we go. These are your lawsuits.
Good job, CJ.
When this man was exposing the city council, their feelings...
I love it. Oh, and what's this? Breaking in a huge win, Mercedes-Benz just announced a $4 billion investment into Alabama manufacturing plant to ease its tariff burden and surge production. Look at this. Nothing better. Nothing better, let me tell you. And here's someone who knows. He lived in Minnesota for a couple years.
Listen, I don't care what you say or how you feel about it. I spent a few years living in Minnesota, and I'm going to tell you from experience that the Somali community in Minnesota absolutely, unequivocally does not care about America or Americans. And I have seen and heard some of the most hateful slurs to white people come from the Somali community without any just cause whatsoever. And a vast majority of them, and I say vast majority very loosely because every single one that I have had the unfortunate pleasure to speak with all feel the exact same way. Play the victim card as soon as they're all called out, claiming, well, we're just immigrants trying to make it. No, Captain, that is not the case. As soon as you compel hardworking Americans to change their beliefs to suit your religious needs, you are no longer an immigrant, but an invader.
Right. He's got it right. Don't you think? Oh, I think. And look at Zach made it onto the skiff. Let's check this out.
The only witness to the actual accessing of these passports, and he had been operating as a cooperating witness for federal investigators. That was until 1 month after these passport breaches happened, he was found dead in his car outside of his church, shot in the head.
John Brennan, Obama's CIA director, the mastermind of the Russiagate hoax to get Trump. Remember when John Brennan's security company was caught messing with Obama's passport files at the State Department months before the general election? And a lieutenant cooperating with federal investigators about passport fraud at the State Department was shot dead in his car 1 month later? And then a few years later, after an appropriate amount of time passes so we could forget this, Obama announced John Brennan as a CIA director. Do you remember this story? I do. Let me take you back to March 2008. The State Department reported, quote, unauthorized access to passport files of then candidates Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and John McCain. The breach involved 3 contract employees who accessed sensitive records, including names, dates of birth, and passport numbers. The State Department panicked and quickly explained the incidents were merely the results of imprudent curiosity. They didn't want you to know that one of the file burglars who breached the State Department for Obama's passport worked for a security company named the Analysis Corporation, known as TAC. The CEO of tech? None other than John O. Brennan. These details came out, but the State Department and the media quickly swept it under the rug. It gets better. Don't laugh, but at this exact time, John Brennan was an advisor to the Obama campaign. So, the advisor to the Obama campaign, right around the time everyone was asking about Obama's mysterious origins, has an employee breaking into the State Department and accessing Obama's passport files. So what was tech doing, sneaking around and messing with Obama's passport? Removing evidence? Of what? Was it the fact that Obama was in and out of Pakistan at the exact time period that John Brennan was in Pakistan, working for the CIA? The documentation on that is pretty compelling. You see, no one seemed to remember where Obama was from 1981 to 1982. Obama claims he was at Columbia University, but we do not have a shred of confirmed real evidence that he was. No records, no school documentation. And get this, shortly after the State Department breach, Obama had to admit that he did in fact travel to Pakistan in 1981. Astute observers noticed that not only was John Brennan working for the CIA in Pakistan, but another CIA name, Brzezinski. That's right, Mika Brzezinski's dad. He was there too. 26 years after Obama seems to have been in Pakistan at the same time Brzezinski and Brennan were, Obama nominates both of these men to be on his presidential campaign advisory team. As our friends at Conservative Treehouse point out, what are the odds? Adding to the intrigue, a key witness in a related federal probe, Lieutenant Quarles Harris Jr. was fatally shot in his car in Washington, D.C. 1 month after this story broke. Harris had been cooperating with investigators regarding passport information and fraud allegedly obtained from a State Department co-conspirator. His murder remains unsolved. To this day, no direct link has been established, but the timing and the topic has raised questions, to put it mildly. Brennan, after being caught in the scandal of breaking into the State Department and messing with Obama's passport files, is duly rewarded, remember? Brennan becomes Obama's CIA chief. To use Obama's exact words, Brennan had Obama's complete trust. The rest is history.
How do you like that? Interesting, huh? Well, I think we're going to call it a night here, folks. Call it a night. Yeah. That was a good one, too. Oh, well, we're going to call it a night, folks. I want to thank everyone for stopping on by. I'm sure did appreciate you being here, and we're looking forward to more government disclosure. We're looking for full disclosure, but we may never get that, but we're grateful for anything we get, and it sure helps to get something after all these long years. I saw my first UFO in 1996, and I can't not believe that they don't exist, because I saw one. So you don't have to convince me that they're out there. I saw one, and there was no doubt about it. It was a silver disc in the middle of the sky in the daylight, and it was just tremendous. It was amazing. So, oops. Uh-oh. I'm going to go all caps here, okay? Thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much. And we'll give a little heart on that. There you go. And looks like Valeronian says, thank you. Oh, yeah. And Valeroni, you picked up on that too. Andrew Basiago's claim that he had gone to Mars with Barry Soetoro as part of Project Pegasus only makes the story weirder. Yeah. And that's where he was. That's why he was missing. He wasn't at Columbia. He was at the College of Siskiyous with Andrew D. Basiago and all the other people. And Ed Dames was teaching it. So that's what it was. Then I said, thank you also very much. Oops, I got to get off of this. Get off of that. There we go. Oh, a little bit blurry. That's okay. A little bit blurry. It's okay to be blurry even now and then. And Cap 78 Pack says, happy Mother's Day to your mom, Aaron, and have a safe drive to and from Minnesota. Thank you. God bless you. Much love. Peace in. And look at all those lovely little icon she puts there. Have a great weekend, fellow Truth Questers. Thank you. I'm looking very forward to seeing my mother this Mother's Day. Be traveling all day tomorrow, and so should get there later on in the day tomorrow. It's a long trip. Boy, I've made that trip so many times, and most of the time all by myself, and I'll be doing that again. So there you go. And the BK says, great show. Good to see you here, buddy. And I'll be in your neck of the woods pretty soon. Hey, like that. And Valeronian says, good night, fellow Truth Questers. All right. And let me see. Let me scroll back here and see if I missed one. Jerry Lahane is here. Hello, Jerry. I'm seeing a bunch of messages that I missed. I'm looking for a message from Kathy. I don't see one. Let me go over here and see if there is any. Nope. All right. Well, good night, everyone. We'll see you. Well, I just don't know when we're going to see you again, and but I'm looking forward to it. We usually do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Why? Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. And here's the UFO I saw in 1996, only it wasn't clear, it was silver. And so I'm not sure if I'll be back for a Monday show, but if not, hopefully by Wednesday, we're hoping. But it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if I'm not here Monday, look for me on Wednesday. If I'm not here on Wednesday, look for me on Friday. So that's all I can say. You never know what's going to happen on a big trip like that. And we'll see you hopefully soon, real soon. All right. Until then, peace in. That's world peace, baby. And that's what we're after. Full disclosure and world peace. And how are we doing this? How are we saving the world? With memes and dad jokes. Oh, yeah. And a lot of truth, a whole lot of truth. A big helping of truth, yes. And Valeronian says, good night, fellow Truth Questers. I think I already showed that. I went back to see if I could see a post from Kathy. I didn't see one. Although there's a lot of posts, so hard to get through them all. Nope, I don't think there was one. All right, well, I'm sure she says good night too. So thank you all so very much. We'll see you sometime in the near future, and keep your prayers out as well for Andrew D. Basiago, and he's still recovering. So hopefully soon we'll have him on again. I'll see you soon. Peace in. World peace, baby. Yeah.